I just can't believe that it's been so many years, because we've got some super bowlers in this city. Here we go.
Look at that. All strikes and one open frame for Terry Ciccone. He finishes with a 266. Yes, last week, Terry Ciccone was near perfect at Super Bowl in Erlanger, Kentucky, becoming our BPA King of Bowling. He'll try to do the same this week here at Northwest Bowl. Hello, everyone. I'm Todd Donahoe, along with Dave Newrath. And Dave, once again, this week, week number 4 on the BPA King of Bowling show, our qualifiers, just some fantastic qualifying scores.
We did have some great scores, Todd, and we've got some contrasting styles today. We're going to see bowlers from all over on the lanes. We're going to see all kinds of styles, degrees of hardness of not only balls, but ball speeds. It's going to be a super show.
Tom Cushman qualifying with a 7-12 series.
Tom will hook him around the corner with anybody. He's going to be playing that inside line, floating it out and letting her come back. We should see some good angles today.
And Alan Downs. Alan, almost a qualifier last week, a qualifier this week with a 7-18 series.
The strongest bowler in the city. Not only physically, but mentally. He's got a great game, and he's going to be powering some pins out of there today.
So we'll see some power. Game 1 on the BPA Bowling coming up next.
BPA King of Bowling. Brought to you by the Beautiful Brewing Company, America's great small brewery.
Week number 4 on the BPA King of Bowling. We're at Northwest Bowl today. 32 beautiful AMF lanes. Tom Cushman against Alan Downs in game 1. This is Tom Cushman. And the Leaning Tower Pizza finally dropped. Pizza.
Don't mention that. It makes me hungry.
Pizza.
Great way to start the show, Todd. Contrasting styles, as we said in the opening, or at least I tried to say in the opening. Alan Downs, powerful, direct, young, strong player. Fantastic game this kid has.
And he's wide.
The thing that will enable him to play the lanes properly today will be the only thing that could get him in trouble, and that's his firmness. Got a little quick on his feet that time, which is a tendency from time to time when you're throwing the ball firm.
He'll try to pick up the 1-2-4. And he picks it up.
It was only perfect.
Well, you talk about Alan Downs being strong. This guy really is put together. His arms look like Steve Garvey's. And those big, powerful arms, this guy is put together.
Well, you figure you've got a 16-pound ball in your hand, and you're throwing it down the lane with that much authority, game after game after game. That's pressing a lot of pounds. He's a very deliberate player. Takes his time.
Drills that one.
Fantastic. Let's take a look at it here on the replay, Todd. We will not see a more powerful strike today. The head pin, center of your screen, is really going to do some damage here. He's going to hacksaw those pins out of there. There's going to be nothing left but sawdust when he's finished. Watch the head pin go to the wall, come off, just careen against other pins looking for something to knock down.
Leaving the 4-pin.
The break that he got out the first frame stood up that time. Todd, as you're going to notice on the lanes, the players are playing in two extremely different areas. Tom Cushman is playing in around the 20th board, looping the ball out and allowing it to hook back. As long as he keeps his speed up, he's going to be fine. Alan Downs, on the other hand, is going straight up the 11th or 12th board, maybe even out to 9 at some times, with a lot of authority. A lot of people ask me at home how to pick up a 4-pin. Well, you just take your strike target, move your feet 6, 7, or 8 boards, depending upon lane conditions, to the right, and hit your same strike board that you're hitting on your first ball, and you're going to make it.
Tom is a 21-year-old bowler, a wood shop carpenter. And that one right in the pocket. Tom is one of those guys who really started bowling at an early age. Started at age 4 at Madison Bowl.
See 40 for Tommy in the second. Alan with a potential of 50. Strike working. Always a big factor to have that strike working for you, Todd.
And Allen drives him home.
Intensity, as we're going to see here on the shot. Look at his eyes. They are glued on his target. Deliberate. 1, 2. Through the ball, right over the 10th board, as we talked about it before. Now the ball's going to go into a roll. No deflection. Going right through. 10 pins in the pit.
Allen with an average of around 210. He's 22 years old. He has 5 300 games to his credit.
This city has been producing a lot of good young bowlers for quite a while, and this is one of them.
And he started bowling at age 8. Leaving the 10.
He wanted it, Todd. He wanted it bad, but he did swing the ball wider than what he wanted to. Let's see if we can pick it up here on the replay. He's going to get this ball, split screen, we're not going to see it, but he did get the ball a hair wide of his target, but with his super powerful release, it comes screaming back. 6-pin, goes to the wall and around.
And we talked about this guy being strong. Do you see what he lists as his hobbies? No. Weightlifting.
I believe it.
And picks up the spare.
Alan and I get along real well. I make it a point to do that.
He's the type of guy you want on your side.
You bet. There you are, 17th board. Oh!
And leaves the 10.
It was right there. A perfect shot. 6-pin. The ring and 10 that we always talk about. Right there. 6-pin not doing its job. Going into the channel and around. Tough break for Tom Cushman.
And he picks up the spare in the 4th frame.
We, Tom, on his approach to pick up the spare, kicked our lane mic. I think I need new ears now, along with a new tongue. We'll get it fixed here in between frames. Right back in the match. Okay, we're going to see the replay here. Lane mic or no lane mic. He's intense. He's ready to go. Wants to execute this shot. He does. Right over the 17th board once more. Where he's been in the pocket, the ball rolling back sharply. Perfectly played.
As you look at the score, let's just tell you that from the Hootapole Brewery today, Lee Ritter, Kerry Logan is our standby keeping score right now, and I might add that Kerry is in 2nd place in the qualifying right now for next week's show at Crossgate Lanes.
He bowled great yesterday. This man is going to be tough. Let's watch it again, Todd. What deliberate steps, approach to the line, execution, dead over the 10th board. This guy is splitting boards in half. No deflection again. Super powerful ball.
You know, we're talking about how tough this guy is. Last week in qualifying for the Super Bowl, our show last week, Allen had 3 of the top 10 qualifying scores but did not get on the show.
And he had 2 more that were thrown out because you're only allowed to cash 3 times in the King of Bowling.
No stopping him now. Qualifying next week will be at Crossgate Lanes. You can qualify this afternoon. Here's your top scores that you'd have to beat. Phil Evers is in at 681, then Kerry Logan at 679, and Bob Owens at 664. Susan Thacker, the top woman, in at 595.
Those scores are in reach, Todd. What do you say we go out?
You can reach those. Give me a 6-game series and I'll reach it. And a high hit on that head pin.
Very slow to the foul line. No authority on the release, and the ball will hook high. And when you throw that big bender, you've got to trust it.
And we talk about qualifying next week at Crossgate Lanes. We sure would like to see a lot of people out there next week. Tom picks up the spare. Northwest would like to mention the following. The BPA Champion of Champions Ladies Division will be hosted by Northwest Bowl and Coleman Lanes in late May and early June of this year. The ladies finals will be at Coleraine Bowl on June 16th.
The deficit, 19 pins. Tom Cushman has to start striking right now, and he won't do it like that.
Well, he will.
Well,
if you get that good lucky Brooklyn there, you will.
That's right.
What does the guy say? You'd rather be lucky than good?
Not quite textbook, but effective. Watch him get the line here. Now the elbow is going to fly out to the right, gets around the ball too soon. He knows where it's going. All he's doing is hoping it gets over far enough, crosses Brookie, and carries him out of there. He's happy about the break, but not about the execution. Got the ball, carried it.
This guy's a steamroller right now.
He is strong. We can watch it here. He's splitting boards in half. He gets this ball in just a hair of his target, but he's got so much authority. See there? Now, that ball went over the 10.5 board. But with his firmness and his speed, sets up in the pocket, drives them all into the pit. Todd, I'm high on this guy.
He's rolling a possible 269, and the way he's rolling, that is definitely within reach.
Well, with the exception of the first frame, every ball has been perfect.
No reason to change now. 4 strikes in a row for Alan Downs.
Take a look at the scoreboard here, Todd. What do we got? Going to find that Mr. Alan Downs at this point has the match in hand with a 39-pin lead. Tom Cushman could cut it to 29 with a strike here.
Tom is bowling well.
Going high again. He has to keep the speed up to even be close. The big bender is excellent for pinfall, but gets you in a little bit of trouble when the lanes start to hook a little bit.
3 frames in a row now. He has been high. Went Brooklyn the frame before, and he was high the frame before that.
Yeah, he's got the proverbial Dutch 200 going now. Every time on the right lane, he's had a 9-pin count. Every time on the left lane, a strike.
And that left lane is lane number 13. Now, why would you have a championship match on lanes 13 and 14? I mean, they don't have 13 floors and buildings.
Just to prove that there's no such thing as bad luck.
Are you telling me bowlers aren't superstitious?
Majority of them aren't, Todd. Of course, after today, Tom Cushman might be.
Yeah, he's going to say lucky 13.
After 5 consecutive strikes, taking you through the 9th frame, Alan Downs sparing and striking for 248. It's close.
He'd like to go out in style today.
It's the very first strike he was able to muster on the right-hand lane, Todd. And it comes too little, too late. Solid 10-pin. Now, likewise, the dreaded 10, as a lot of people put it, is not that tough of a spare. You can see Tommy move all the way to the left. Now he should throw the ball a little harder, flatten it out, go across the fourth arrow, and make the spare.
And hangs on to pick it up to finish with a 209. So Alan Downs wins game number 1 over Tom Cushman, 248 to 209. We'll be back with game number 2 after this.